Once upon a time, in a lush green forest filled with the sound of birdsong and rustling leaves, there lived a happy bunny named Benny. Benny loved nothing more than hopping around the forest, exploring every nook and cranny. One sunny morning, Benny was hopping through the woods when he noticed a small, hidden path. It was covered with leaves and twigs, so he couldn't remember ever seeing it before. Curiosity got the better of him, and he couldn't resist the urge to follow it. The path twisted and turned, and after a while, Benny found himself in front of a giant wooden door. Ivy had grown over it, making it almost invisible. As he approached, he noticed a small hole in the ivy where he could just fit his paw. He pushed it, and to his surprise, the door creaked open. Cautiously, Benny hopped inside and gasped in amazement. The door had led to a secret garden, and it was unlike any place he'd ever seen before. Flowers glowed with vibrant colors that Benny had never imagined existed, and butterflies fluttered around, their wings sparkling like tiny stars. In the middle of the garden stood a giant stone chest. It looked old and very heavy. Benny hopped closer and gave it a gentle nudge. He tried to push it open, but it wouldn't budge. Just then, a wise old tortoise poked his head out from under a bush. "This chest can only be opened by kindness," he said in a deep, raspy voice. Benny didn't understand at first. What did the tortoise mean? Just then, he noticed a small squirrel nearby. It had a big bushy tail and was looking at him with pleading eyes. Benny realized that the squirrel must be hungry, because he hadn't seen it before, which meant it probably hadn't eaten in a while. Without hesitation, Benny took his last carrot and hopped over to the squirrel. He offered it to the little creature, who gobbled it up in a flash. And just as she finished the last bite, she vanished. Suddenly, Benny heard a loud click. The stone chest had opened, and a bright golden light shone from inside. He hopped closer and peeked inside. Instead of jewels and gold, there were endless seeds and carrots. Benny smiled. He understood now. The real treasure was not gold or jewels, but the joy of sharing and caring for others. From that day on, the secret garden became a home for all the forest animals. They would come together to plant and pick vegetables, sharing them with each other and living happily ever after. And so, the legend of Benny the bunny's kindness echoed through the forest, reminding all the animals to always look for the magic in sharing and caring for one another.